So Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been getting some shit done. Press secretary during the Trump administration. Badass press secretary. She is getting stuff done. She's getting stuff done. She is getting stuff done. So I shared on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it's up there. Do that. We shared on Instagram her taking all the land from the Chinese. So apparently the Chinese own 160,000 acres in her state, and she's taking it. They're enacting a law. China's not allowed to own land. Boom. Mic drop. Fantastic idea. Every other governor needs to do this immediately. Why are we allowing foreign countries who are our enemies to buy up our crucial farmland? Bill Gates is also in that category. We need to pass a law specifically for one man, which I actually don't believe in. So we can't do that. We can't do that. But there's got to be a way to stop Bill Gates from buying up all the damn land, too. That doesn't infringe on individual rights. But apparently, Sarah Huckabee Sanders also signed an order banning woke terms. She's banning woke words from the state government. You're banning words? I don't know if I agree with banning words. Let's take a look at this.
We got a whole crew.
Are we supposed to hear?
Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us. It's great to stand up here with some of the most influential and amazing women from across our state. We are all here to say, frankly, that we've had enough. Enough trying to erase women and girls, enough denying our biological differences from men, and enough of the craziness that is taking over our country. I've had the honor of being both the first woman and the first mother to serve as the governor of Arkansas. Before that, I was the first mother and only the third woman to serve as the White House press secretary. Because of that, I came into this role with a few pretty unique experiences. Among them is giving birth to 3 amazing kids. That experience underscored to me that a woman's perspective is important and fundamentally different from a man's. Nowadays, though, only conservatives seem to be making that point. On the left, women have taken a backseat to political correctness. It's why Senator Irving and Representative Barker had to pass the Fairness in Women's Sports Act to defend our girls across the state. They're using nonsense words to erase women and girls, and more importantly, to erase our voices and our experiences. Today, we're taking a stand against woke nonsense. What frankly started as a fad among a few grad students has seeped down into corporations, the healthcare industry, and increasingly state government. It's demeaning to women, and it needs to stop. In a moment, I'll sign an executive order banning a number of all sorts of ridiculous words from state government documents. Those include words like pregnant people, laboring person, birth giver, and several other nonsense terms that have cropped up in recent years. Some on the left will accuse us of being nitpicky, that Arkansas should just lay down and accept the cultural revolution without complaint. I say it's the exact opposite. It's the left that
All right, so the left says the right should lay down and accept the cultural revolution, and we should be allowed to call women birthing people. I don't know. Although the terms are clearly offensive, and demeaning to women, we're supposed to be the right, which means we protect speech we don't like. So I don't know about the whole banning of words. I'm not on board. I'm not on board with the banning of words, even if it's a Republican doing it. I don't think we should be limiting speech anywhere. There should be no limitations on speech. Slippery slope. Let's not go sliding. Let's not go sliding.
Decided that woman is a dirty word. It's the left that decided we needed to toss out basic biology and basic grammar along with it. I think they're just mad that conservatives are starting to fight back. And they better get ready because we're just getting started. Thank you for being here, and thank you to the amazing women that are standing up here with me. I'll sign this executive order. We'll hear a few words from Dr. Chandler, and I'll be happy to take a few questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Kay Chandler. I'm pleased to be Arkansas Surgeon General, and I'm a practicing obstetrician gynecologist here in Little Rock. I've been serving women of all ages since 1997, but the governor's executive order doesn't require a medical degree to understand. It's just common sense. As I was taught in medical school, and actually have known since I was 5 years old when I happened to be looking through my mother's nursing school textbooks and ran into some embryology textbooks, women give birth. Today, that has somehow become controversial, but it shouldn't be. Governor Sanders' executive order is smart on a number of counts.
No one's stopping you from saying women give birth. But you are trying to stop delusional lefties from expressing their delusions. And although we obviously don't agree with their delusions, they should be able to express them. And then you can point and laugh and make fun of them. But yeah, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this.
It stands up to those who try to erase women in the name of political correctness. In this administration, I know our governor won't let political correctness get in the way of science. Thank you.
If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take a couple.
Are there specific examples that there have been in state documents of any terms like pregnant?
You guys like her facelift? Do you think she did a good job?
Why?
I don't know.
What's the particular urgency for doing this?
Well, there's always an urgency to doing the right thing. Look, I wish that we didn't have to write and have executive orders like this, but because of the growing trend that continues to seep into all areas of our life, we feel like it's important. We have seen specific instances that have happened in state government and been reported in other places in state government. And so at no time will I apologize for defending women and standing up for the differences between men and women. Does it matter if there's one? Is that not enough? How many times should a woman have to be insulted before we stand up and say we've had it? Like it's.
Yeah, that's my whole argument. You have no right to not be offended. There's no Bill of Rights that says you can't be offended.
Shouldn't even take one time. But one instance to me is enough for us to stand up for women and say that we can do better. And
nobody can be offended once? What? See, this is why it's a slippery slope. Republicans would literally never be able to speak, ever, if we weren't allowed to offend liberals. So what is she talking about?
We will. I mean, I'm not keeping a running tally, but I have seen one specific instance, and we've had a number of other instances that have been reported to our office.
So she's not keeping a running tally, but she knows for sure of one specific instance where a woman cried, and she's heard about a couple more. where women cry? Because they got their feelings hurt? Because if somebody calls them a birthing person, it hurts their loins? I don't understand. I get it. It's a stupid statement. It's retarded, but... Oh, yeah. Elon Omar, they should send back to Gaza pre-bombing.
Specifically at the health department. As I just said, we've seen specific instances at the health department and several others that have been reported.
So you say you're taking a stand against political correctness, but you're about to sign an executive order that bans terms and offensive. So I'm just wondering.
It's not that they're offensive; it's that they are scientifically wrong, and that's a different thing. There's something different about whether your feelings got hurt versus something that is just factually incorrect.
You said they were insulting.
I think it is insulting to women to define them as something other than what they are, and to take away experiences that are so specific to them that cannot be.
So she just changed the argument. It's no longer that they're offensive, it's that they're incorrect. So you're banning words that are incorrect? And you deemed them incorrect? I don't know. This doesn't seem good idea.
Created just by saying them into existence.
So how is your executive order not enforcing political correctness as you see it? Because you're trying to ban terms that you see as not scientifically accurate, but also insulting.
Because there's a difference between what is right and what is wrong, what is factual and what is not. It's not just political correctness. It's literally the difference of what is accurate and what isn't.
What about the federal government uses the term pregnant?
Wait, it'll take you a long time to
Which
explain
actually I think
accuracy to
underscores the
media.
exact point. Because we have a federal government that is taking those kind of actions, it is imperative for states to step up and actually defend women. It's, I feel like there's a question of why now, because we have examples where the craziness is seeping into our state and our communities.
I guess
The craziness of the woke ideology is infiltrating Arkansas people.
This would be specific to state government documents that we have the ability to monitor through an executive order.
are there any ways for like an opt-out provision or anything like that if state documents need to have that for any federal purposes?
I can't imagine why anybody would need to have incorrect information in a specific government form, but we could cross that bridge when we get there if needed. All right, thank you so much. I'm going to sign the executive order now.
There it is. So what do you guys think about Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Do you think that she has political aspirations higher than governor? Meaning, is she going to run for the Senate or for president in the future? Interesting questions. Interesting questions. She making bold moves to get her name in the books? Interesting questions. These are interesting questions. But what do you think? What do you think? Should they be banning speech? I don't think so. I think it's a bad idea. I don't like it. Keep kicking out the Chinese. We like that. Banning speech, not a fan of. Not a fan of. All right. So what are we talking about over here in the chat? The question really is about McDonald's, why their burgers don't grow mold after left outside for a long time. Have you guys ever seen that Instagram video of the old lady who has a McDonald's cheeseburger from like 25 years ago? She's had it in a box. It's like perfectly fine. It looks edible almost. Ugh. Why did the founders of McDonald's get screwed? What do you mean? That's kind of the whole premise of the movie. Their business partner that came in to help them out and take them global and yada yada yada, bent him over, bro. She was awful as the Trump press secretary. The blonde chick was good. Leslie's back in the building. What's up? So that was a quickie from your ex-boyfriend. Just hit it and quit it. He's already out. Uh, I'm fucking with you. I thought she was a pretty good press secretary. I don't like her voice. It's an off-putting voice. But she was a pretty good press secretary. I mean, compared to the current press secretary or Circle Back Saki, she was like a fucking Einstein. But yeah, when you stack her up against McEnany, she just doesn't carry the water.